house, being disoriented, unable to see anything. I was partly relieved as I quickly got on the motorcycle and started it. Then, I felt the most horrible sensation I have ever experienced. I felt something very cold touching my leg. In the summer of 1988, my family and I went on vacation to the shores of Chapala. We stayed at a hotel called Monte Carlo. I remember my father brought jet skis to make our days more enjoyable. I was fascinated by riding the jet skis at high speed. My cousin, who is older and more experienced with jet skis, would often make me look ridiculous. Our first day was normal, like any typical vacation day, full of excitement and joy. That day was cloudy, so without the sun we could spend the whole afternoon on the jet skis. I agreed. We filled up the jet skis tanks and later went to eat with my family. It was so cloudy it seemed like it would rain at any moment. My father and uncles were drinking beer and my mother and aunts were playing cards, laughing out loud. My cousin and I went for a walk around the lake. Time passed quickly, so we decided to return. By then it was almost 6 in the evening. We began to feel a threatening breeze. Now it was really going to rain. We got on the jet skis again and one of my uncles warned us not to go too far. That was the sensible thing to do, but you know how teenagers are. The more you tell them not to do something, the more they want to do it. My cousin and I were riding around when the rain started to fall. Hey, what's up? Hey, it's raining harder now. We should head back, right? Yeah, I think so. But how about a race to the Scorpion Rocks first? Then we can head back. Alright, but this time I'm going to win. At that moment we took off at full speed on the jet skis. The rain had flooded the area. The rain had increased its intensity, and it was hard for me to see with all the water hitting my eyes. I remember the desperate feeling of drowning with the rain's air forcefully entering my lungs. I imagine you've experienced it at some point. I saw my cousin starting to move away from me. I shouted to him that it was better if we returned. Ahead I couldn't see anything. So much water was falling that I only saw a thick gray curtain in every direction I turned. I started to get really scared when I lost sight of him. You might laugh at me for being scared of the rain, but believe me, it's not the same watching it from the comfort of your home. I was disoriented, unable to see anything. My cousin had disappeared from sight, and I was left alone in the storm. I felt a sense of relief when I managed to get back on the jet ski. But then, the most terrifying sensation struck me. Something icy cold touched my leg. I thought it might be a fish or something, but then I felt fingers wrapping around my calf and more on my thigh. They were hands, I'm sure of it. They started pulling me down, and I felt as if someone was trying to detach me from the jet ski. I couldn't do anything. I was exhausted from trying to stay above water, using my body for support, battling against sheer terror. Reflecting on it now, I believe it was 2 people who were holding me. All I could hear was the rain pouring down, the water violently churning, and my own screams. It all happened in a matter of seconds. They almost succeeded in pulling me off, but luckily I managed to start the jet ski. Clinging to the handlebars with one hand, I somehow got it to move forward. It literally dragged me along with it. I felt a slight release when they let go of me, but the jet ski kept moving, dragging me along. It took a lot for me to get back on my feet and return to work. I thank God that I didn't fall completely. I continued moving forward, unable to see anything, my heart pounding out of my chest. After this, not even the rain scared me anymore. In a matter of minutes, I reached the shore. Finally, I felt safe, although there was no one around. I decided to head towards the hotel, still on the jet ski, moving along the shore. When I arrived, I found one of my aunts. She was crying, worried about me. She told me that the others had gone to look for me with the help of civil protection and some volunteer fishermen. My aunt called them on the phone and they stopped the search. Fortunately, my cousin managed to reach my house. I don't have an explanation for what happened to me, and maybe you won't believe me, but it was something that truly happened. As far as I know, Lake Chapala has been a settlement for civilization since pre-Hispanic times. It terrifies me to think that in all that time, many people could have drowned there. Or maybe, I don't know, that's the only thing that comes to mind. I've also heard it's an area filled with energy, as witchcraft is widely practiced in the surrounding towns. Anyway, it's a place I never plan to return to in my life. At least not to go into the water. That's my own idea.